Hello, class. How are you? This is Professor Andrew DeJoseph. I will be your instructor in this class, Accounting 102. I just wanted to make a short video. I hope this doesn't run more than 10 minutes. And I want to just take you through some of the screens that you'll be seeing and working with. It can be a little overwhelming in the beginning, but once you get a feel for what you have to do, it goes pretty well. So you sign on to the NCC website and you'll come to this. And then if you click on My NCC, you'll be taken to a screen where you have to enter your N number and your password. And when you get to that, you should see something that looks like this. Now, to get into the course, what I like to do, if you go to this left-hand side here and you click on this quick links, it'll show you all these different places you can go. But we're looking for NCC Online. And now you're at the Blackboard page. And what you'll see here is a listing of all your classes where your instructor is using Blackboard. And I imagine that's going to be all your classes. So if you see here where it says Fall 21, right? These are my classes. 102 OLB, 102 OLC, and one of those is your class. And just for a second, before we actually go into the class, pay attention to some of the information that's here. For example, they tell you that you should use Firefox or Google Chrome as your browser. I know a lot of people with Macs might want to use Safari, and I don't even know what comes with Microsoft anymore. I think it used to be called Explorer. But download these, one or the other, you don't need both. And whenever you're working on this stuff, use either Firefox or Chrome. Another important thing, they have orientation. So if you look here, they give you a schedule of days and times where you could take a short course. I don't know how long it is. I can't imagine it's more than an hour, where you will, they'll show you how to use Blackboard. And they will give you what's called a digital badge if you go to the seminar. Another thing I want to point out is if you ever have Blackboard problems, here's information on the SUNY Support Service Help Desk. You see it over here. Okay, so now let's take a look at our course. I'm going to click on 102 OLB, and it doesn't matter if you're in the other class because the information is exactly the same. Right, and when you come to this page now, you are in the class. So let's just go through some of the screens. The first thing you see are announcements. So if there's anything I want you to know, if there's anything I want to remind you of, it will appear over here. So here's just some samples of beginning of the semester announcements I tell you about. I tell you welcome to the semester, and I talk about your textbook. And, we have the Accounting and Business Learning Center. I'm not sure how that's going to work this semester, but as soon as I find out, I will let you know. But here's the important stuff. Pay attention to what's in this column here. So announcements is what we're talking about right now. Course outline. Here is the department course outline. Every professor is using the same one. Tells you about the course, tells you about the book, tells you some other things, learning center, etc. What chapters we'll be covering, so on. That is the course outline. Now, in addition to the outline, something else you should be familiar with, make yourself familiar with, is the course syllabus. The syllabus is my document produced by me for you, right? And here it tells you some basic information about our class. Now, I'm not a full-time teacher anymore. I used to be. And since I'm not a full-time teacher anymore, I don't really have office hours. But email me. And I promise to get back to you as soon as I can. Usually I get back to you the same day, but definitely within 24 hours, I will get back to you and I will try to help you in any way that I can. If you take the time to go through this, watch this video, print the documents out, read them, most of your questions will be answered. And this is just some course procedures, for example. Now, this is an online course. So you say, why would you have an attendance policy? Well, there are several times during the semester that I'm required to take attendance. It has to do with your financial aid, if you're getting financial aid. To be eligible to get financial aid, you have to regularly attend class. So I can tell if you're attending class if you're signing on, right? So attending class is not the same as, physically picking yourself up and getting yourself into a classroom. For our purposes, every time you sign on to Blackboard, I know it. And to me, that's going to class. Forget lateness, right? I mean, there is no such thing as lateness in an online class. This is important, though. I don't give makeups. So if you miss an assignment, you get a 0 for that assignment. Every assignment carries a certain number of points. So if you don't do the assignment, you don't get the points. It's as simple as that. And again, they make me put cell phones in here. Now, what are you responsible for? Well, there are exams. There are 4 of them. Each exam counts for 15% of your grade. And these are tentative dates for the exam. We'll get into that in more detail later. Homework accounts for 30% of your grade. Now, if you look at this, you'll see chapter 9, 10, 11, and then you'll see chapter 9 down here again. The reason for that is that your book is really 2 books. Your textbook is really 2 books. It's an Accounting 101 book and an Accounting 102 book. So these first 3 chapters come from the first part of the book, and then these 9 chapters come from the other part of the book. And just, to make it less confusing, the author of the book for chapters 9, 10, and 11, the author's name is Spiceland. And the remaining chapters, the author's name is White Cotton, right? So just be aware of that as you're going through the book. The first 3 chapters here come out of the financial accounting part of the book, and then the remaining chapters come out of the managerial accounting part of the book. And if you notice, your homework counts for 30% of your grade. Most of the assignments are worth 3 points, except the last 2, chapter 8 and 9, are each worth 1.5 points, because we only do a little bit in chapter 8 and a little bit in chapter 9. If you were to add chapter 8 and 9 together, it might come out to 1 chapter. In the beginning, we cover most of the chapter 9, chapter 10, chapter 11, even chapters 1 and 2. But after we get past that, we don't cover everything in the chapter. So that's another thing to pay attention to. That's why that course outline, where did it go? See, the course outline will tell you the things that we're covering in the book, the topics that we're covering, right? So just pay attention to that. Accounting isn't the kind of course that you read a textbook like from cover to cover, it's just concentrate on the topics that I'm telling you to, and that would be fine. Now, in addition to exams and homework, you have quizzes. The quizzes require you to watch a video and then to answer some questions. Now, you could have anywheres from maybe 2 or 3 questions to answer up to 10. Each one of these things counts for a point. Is that going to be more than 10? In any event, the quizzes are going to be 10% of the grade. I might have to go back in here and change this. Maybe 8 and 9 will be half a point. In addition, you'll have opportunity to do extra credit work. You could get up to 10 points of extra credit. So now we're back to this page. One more thing, on the course outline page, you see there's a video here, right? I'm going to put this video, the one I'm recording right now, the one that you're watching right now, I'm going to put it over here. So if you want to watch it a second time or a third time, it'll be there. Course calendar tells you dates assignments are due. So for example, the first assignment is due on September 12th. It's a homework assignment, right? So you'll see that there. You'll also see that there are PowerPoints that come with the book. If I were teaching you in a classroom, I might use these. I usually make up my own, but the PowerPoints are there, and you can use them or not use them. It's whatever you decide. Sometimes it's easier to read the PowerPoints than it is to read the textbook. In addition to The PowerPoints, you have this link here called My Videos and Homework. Now, I've taught these courses many times, and over the last couple of years, because of COVID and being remote and all of that, I recorded the lectures. So you'll see if you click on here, you'll see for chapter 9, for example, I recorded those lectures. So if you click on these, you'll be able to watch the videos from those classes. Now, the course content is the same. That hasn't changed. We've been using this textbook for 2 or 3 years now, so the course content hasn't changed. What has changed are my class policies. So just be aware of that. You may hear me say something in these videos that doesn't apply to you, okay? And that's another reason why I wanted to make this video, is because I just wanted to make it clear that what I'm saying in this video takes priority over things I say in these other videos, since they were recorded a year or 2 ago. I go over every single homework problem. So if you're willing to take the time and watch these things, you will see me solve every single homework problem in the course, as well as lecture you a little bit. What I've also done is I've included the answers to the homework problems. I've worked them out. I've worked all the problems out. Now, the problems that you see worked out here are based on the problems that appear in the textbook. So let's talk about that for a minute. This is where you'll do your work. It says evaluation, homework, exams, quizzes, extra credit. Homework. If you take a look, every assignment has a due date. Every assignment has a due date. So in the beginning, we kind of go slow. We spend 10 days to 2 weeks or so on each chapter. And as time goes by, we pick up pace and we start to go much faster. But each assignment has a due date. So just pay attention to those due dates. They're on this calendar tab, but I would write these dates down. I would write them in my calendar. I would pay very close attention to the dates, because remember, once the date is passed and you've missed the assignment, you get a grade of 0 for that assignment. The other thing I'll say, for the homework, the assignments are all open today. Theoretically, if you wanted to, you could complete all your homework for the entire course today. Now, I know that that's not, realistic, but all the homework assignments are open. So as soon as you get a chance to get to it, you can get to it. All the assignments are open, but notice they all have dates that they close. Homework, you have unlimited amount of time and unlimited attempts. So as many times as it takes you to do the problem, you can take as many times as you need to do the problem. And there's no penalty. So you could take you could do a problem 10 times over before you get it right. And you'll get the same grade as somebody that got it right on the first try. All right. Homework is where you learn how to do accounting. Plus, it's worth 30% of your grade, right? So don't underestimate it. Quizzes. Let's talk about the quizzes. The quizzes are due the same day as the homework. The quizzes are due the same day as the homework. And again, I'll tell you, Some of the quizzes might be 10 multiple choice questions. Some of them might be 7 or 8 or 5 or 6 or 2 or 3. So just keep that in mind. With the quizzes, you have one attempt, right? One attempt. So if you click on it, you watch this video, you answer the question, right? You go on to the next one, you watch the video, you answer the question, right? And so on. That's how the quizzes work. That's something new for my classes. I've never done this before. I'm required to do it. But trust me, I don't want to do it, but the department requires me to do it. So therefore I have to do it. So homework and quizzes, they're all open. You only get one attempt with the quizzes though, right? With the homework, you get unlimited attempts, but with the quizzes, you have just one shot at getting the answers correct. Now, the exams are not all open. Notice the exams have due dates, right? I think March 6th, March 26th, April 26th, May 17th. Forget about this down here. This is last semester. I have to take those out. So here's the exams. The exams are very similar to the homework. You get one attempt. You get the same amount of time you would get if you were taking the exam in class. So in our case, that would be 100 minutes. So for each exam, you get 100 minutes. And it's very similar to the problems that you had to do for homework. And one attempt, right? One attempt. The extra credit is also due the same day as the exams. I believe each question you get 30 minutes and you get one attempt. Right? That's how the extra credit works. And again, there's too many questions in here. I have to delete some of them. Also, you'll see here, McGraw-Hill customer support. If you click on this link, there's a video about how to get the textbook and how to register for the course. Let me say that if you took Accounting 1 within the last 2 years, go back to fall of 2019. If you took Accounting 1 since the fall of 2019, you already have the book. You just need to register for the class. If you took Accounting 1 prior to fall of 2019, or you're a transfer student, you're here for the first time, you need to buy a book. And if you watch the video, it'll tell you exactly what to do. And for SUNY help, right? This explains how you contact SUNY if you're having a Blackboard problem. So if you're having a Blackboard problem, you have to call SUNY. If you're having a textbook problem, you have to call McGraw-Hill. All right, so you would really only contact me last. Don't contact me for computer problems or textbook problems because I can't really do anything to help you with those. You have to contact either the SUNY Help Desk, which you probably won't have to do, or McGraw-Hill, which you very may well have to do. And if you go back to your announcements, this announcement here for the textbook, I kind of explain all that. And there's a phone number here for McGraw-Hill. I'm going to read it out to you, and you should write this down. 800-331-5094. 800-331-5094. So that's really all I wanted to say to you today. I look forward to working with you. I hope you have a good semester. If you have any questions, please email me, and I will get back to you as soon as I can. All right, everyone, be well.